Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading for Samhain. This is messages from the other side. So at this time of year, the veil is very much at its thinnest. So we enter more naturally, more organically, and with greater ease into these liminal spaces where it is easier to access the other side and for messages to come through and for us to also send messages if we want to. But this pick a card reading is just for what messages want to come through at this time. So from spirit, from the other side, just what needs to land. There's no agenda other than just wanting to see what comes through. So let's see what lands for you. There are 3 piles to choose from. Ooh, hit the table. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I lied. There are 4 piles to choose from. Try again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So pause the video, take a moment, see which pile you are the most drawn to. That's where the messages will be for you. Please remember this is a collective reading. Not every single aspect of what comes through, what I may say, may land for you in your reality. It's because this is collective. If you want a one-to-one reading with me that goes into you in depth, then please reach out and let's do that. But remember, this is for multiple people. I will leave it there for you and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you picked this card, this is your reading and messages from the other side. And we have 𝐂𝐧𝐞𝐫𝐠𝐲. Apologies for pronouncing that wrong. The Lady of the Triple Cauldron. And this is the cauldron of transformation, that great alchemical vessel where things go to die, but so things can be reborn. So it really is leaning into the Scorpio energies of things. It's what light can come from the shadows, what can be sparked, what can be born. And like this figure here with what looks like an eagle as her as this outer wear as such, and the eagle is the messenger, the eagle eye perspective. It flies, it's great spirit, it flies high and can see all. So there's this, like, with this Lady of the Triple Cauldron, Lady of the Transformative Cauldron element coming through, there's just this, like, this crone, wise wisdom, really wanting to enter this space and land for you. Like, she's got this sigil thing in her hand and it feels as if she's passing it to you. She's passing you this sign, this symbol of something. That so sigils can be used for anything. They can be used to protect, they can be used to manifest, they can be used for whatever you desire, whatever you want to create a sigil for. I always create sigils and put them on my candles. And it's like she's passing you this sign, this sigil, this symbol for you to utilize, for you to use, because it's part of the message that she has in regards to a death and rebirth process. And then here, there's this little symbol that I'm being really drawn to, like 3 little bear claws. So the triple goddess coming through again, but really got bear energy coming in. And then that bear energy is that, like, do you know, like retreating into a cave, that slumber, that sleepiness, so you can take that hibernation time, so you can be reborn in spring. And that element there of this, like, that rest space, so that you can be reborn. It feels as if the message really coming through is about this transformative time and really allowing that liminal space. And so the liminal space of Samhain to really, like, energize and, like, weave its way with you, so that when it comes to being reborn, like, you can be in the best possible way for yourself, one that really is in true alignment. So I would, if you can, I would take a screenshot. So screenshot this sigil and I would just draw it. You can draw it as many times as you like. Maybe just draw it the once, possibly put it on a candle. If you're drawn to doing something like that, then please do. And just utilize it, because it feels as if it is a gift. It feels like it is something that is being given to you at this moment in time. So let's get a few more cards with the messages coming through. Also, you know, call in bear energy, call in eagle energy, the two animals that are wanting to make themselves present. Embrace the unknown, the mist veils mysteries waiting to be uncovered. And then we have embrace your beauty, a crown of flowers honors your connection to nature and self-love. And there's this like, so instantly jumping across to this one, but it feels as if like this burial. It feels, the energy I'm really getting is that someone putting these flowers on top of a grave, so really letting something die that needs to die. But just to bounce back over here, embrace the unknown, the mist veils mysteries waiting to be uncovered. And there's these people, these witches, they're going on this exploration into the mist, into the fog, into that veil, into that space, into that liminal space where things are unknown, where we really have to go into a place of discomfort, because it's those boundaries, those liminal spaces can be very uncomfortable. They take us to the edge, and this is asking you at this time when that veil is at the thinnest to really maximize this by really going into that space. And it's like the image I was just given is like going into that space and like actually sitting in the darkness. So if it's something you're comfortable doing, I would actually encourage you to spend some time just sitting in a dark room and just being, and just spending some time meditating, spending some time trying to clear your mind, clear your thoughts, and just seeing what comes through organically. And it could be that that feels highly uncomfortable, and that could be part of it. You know, I would say like go into the forest and walk through the darkness, but not potentially the safest thing to do. But if you're comfortable doing that, I absolutely recommend. But there's messages wanting to come through, but you really have to embrace the space. So it feels like the death process will be something you have been going through, and whether you're still clinging on to something, but it's like really asking you to enter the actual, like more like the dead period, so that you can put these flowers on top of the grave, so that something can be reborn. It's actually like honoring this, like rest in peace, make a ritual of it. And then with the embrace your beauty, a crown of flowers honors your connection to nature and self-love. There is this honoring of you, an honoring of your journey, an honoring of what you've been through, and into this evolution of the next stage of self is very much what feels like wants to come through. So let's get some tarot for you. No. King of Cups in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, Page of Wands, and the Star. So, King of Cups in the reverse, not in his PowerPoint, not comfortable. Cups is your emotional landscape. Cups is water. So it's your feelings. It is also how you relate, and your intuition sits there too. It's your heart space. And the King of Cups in the reverse is like, it's not in its power stance. It's not where we want it to be. It can talk of just your emotional landscape being out of whack, or the way in which you're relating to people. So your relationships being potentially like volatile, or you could be in manipulation, as in you could be manipulating or being manipulated. Moodiness, just generally not being, like lacking compassion, lacking forgiveness, like all of these like really uncomfortable energies that block the heart, essentially, where water is not flowing as it should do. And we have the Eight of Cups underneath it in the reverse. And this is a card that talks about blocks and walking away from something. So with this death process, and this is why there'll be that encouragement of really sitting in this liminal space, is because you're stuck on something that you need to leave. You are stuck on something that you need to walk away from. Time has come to abandon these 8 cups and go off on this journey, because this is a card about going off on this journey. This person is leaving these 8 cups behind, and they go on this, like a hermit's journey is how I view it, like up the mountain and off they go. And this is what there's a resistance to, because it's in the reverse, and it could be because you are caught up in this King of Cups energy, but you're caught, and that realization. So if this is a person that is potentially manipulating you, or that they just don't have control of their emotions, or their heart space isn't open, or whatever it may be, you're clinging onto something that's not even not even worth it in that sense. It's not a King of Cups in the upright, it's a King of Cups in the reverse. But this can also tie in to that weaving of why it's so hard to leave, because there's that emotional trauma bonding that can occur, and it can then tie into our own like levels of where we desire love and where we desire to feel in a certain way. So this is what needs to be left behind. And sigil, got my eye again, so definitely use this sigil to help you. It feels very much like now that figure like throwing it across, and almost like what are they called, ninja stars? Are they ninja stars? Like throwing it to like cut through, to break this, so that you can sit in this liminal space and just allow yourself to be immersed in the energies of this beautiful beautiful turning of the wheel. Sometimes words are really hard, guys. I apologize if you watch my videos regularly, or if you're just generally my friend and you're someone that watches my videos. You know I trip over my words a lot. Words are a struggle. I don't deny it. Here, anyway, on we go. Page of Wands. Beautiful energy. Pages are new beginnings. They are fresh starts. They are like aces. And this one is a page, so it's like a young, naive energy, but in that beautiful way where you really feel like you can take on the world. This is enthusiasm, it's exploration, it's discovery, it's a free spirit, and there's this like woomph of fire coming through, which is lovely in juxtaposition of this water that's stagnant and blocked. And it's just fire, this life and this beauty coming in, which is like definitely what we want. It's like this divine spark, this message landing in a way that is just, it feels yummy, it feels warm. And then we have this star in reverse, and this can talk about like being disconnected from our faith, being disconnected from our purpose, being disconnected from hope. And this is this journey. This is why we want you to sit in this liminal space. And this is what the spark is coming in. The spark is going to land, and it's going to hope with where you have been lacking in faith, where you have been sat in despair, where you have been disconnected, and get you back into flow. Because the star here has the water, and it's water here, and it's like this fire spark is going to land. This is the message for you. If you really allow it, let the fire land, like embrace the space, and then it will really help with how you've been so disconnected. Let's get you some more cards with messages that want to come through. So we have serendipity, beautiful. So this is just where things align organically. Everything just lands as it is supposed to land. Things fall into place. And so really trusting that is a beautiful card to come through with this. Just being like, so it's asking you to like sit in that dark space, sit in that liminal space, and just trust that everything coming through is for a reason. It's purposeful, and it's kind of 4-leaf clover here. It's got your luck and abundance in mind. So a lovely, beautiful, magical energy coming through, really in alignment with this one, and really grounding it down, like this spark of inspiration, this passion, this like message landing, and then like kind of this green here, this like grounding it down, rooting it down into the earth, really bringing it into your body, bringing it into your being, and to get you back. Like it's wanting to get this star in the upright, where you'll be full of hope and faith and purpose once again, and being able to move forwards from this like death period. It is not doom and gloom, even if it seems like it's definitely not. It's just really asking you to embrace the uncomfortable space. Let's see what else wants to come through. I think I want these cards. Okay, so we have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. And this water element coming through again in this person, like this black silhouette of a figure, but like this emerging from the water, like being baptized, being born again. And this is what it's going to offer you. Watering your garden, this is tending to self. So the message, especially for this, is really leaning into self. Like I said, sit in that dark room and potentially, oh my God, it would be beautiful if you are lucky enough to have a bath in your house, which I do not. Go into your bath, immerse yourself in the water, but do it in the dark, either pitch black or just light a few candles, and just really allow yourself to be in the water. Let it cleanse you, let it purify you, let it bring the messages through that it needs to. And then like it's also offering this self-care relaxation, chuck in some bath salts, like definitely like make it as beautiful as you possibly can, because what's wanting to really come through this star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. There is something really wanting to land in this space. So when you are reborn in this process, there's going to be such a big shift in you, like something that you really can't comprehend right now until you're out the other side, because this is such a big shift, which will be why it would be so hard to leave this death period, because the ties here, the strings here, what's woven here is so deeply embedded in your soul. Like this is really karmic. This is your soul. Like this is part of the reason why you incarnated here. This is part of the reason why whatever this symbolizes to you is a part of your story. But it's also why it's so hard to let go of, because it's such a big thing that causes such a big change. And we like comfort, we don't like change as human beings. Our ego doesn't like it, and that is why there'll be resistance coming in, because of the big shift, the big change. Use eagle medicine, rise above to see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is like so much more than you could possibly understand at this time. It's rising above to see the bigger picture, and also embracing that bear energy where we lean into it, we rest, we hibernate, go into that slumber so we can truly be reborn. And that bear, really grounded, rooted, earthy energy, which is because we're grounding this down. It's like we're taking this big lessons from above, the height of which an eagle can soar, and we're bringing all of that down into our bodies, rooting it through, like into the earth, becoming one with the earth, dying, letting our body being buried in the ground, becoming the earth, becoming the soil, so that we can be reborn. This is a whole new version of you, where hidden secrets and lost wisdom will come through from your ancestors. So like this is just, it's big, lots of big energy coming in. I just want to get a few more cards, and what we're going to go with is just any advice, guidance, what may potentially just assist with you that I have maybe not mentioned already. Sorry, I'm just looking for some decks. I have quite the collection. I'm not complaining. I love my decks. If you ever want to reach out for a one-to-one reading, I am open for one-to-one readings. And there's also another way to get one-to-one readings with me if you don't just want to reach out to book like a online video call, which is, I have an Amazon wish list. It is in the description box below, and you can gift me a deck of cards that's on my wish list. It will come to me, and then all you need to do is also pop me a message. You can find me on social media, or my email address, all my contact details are down there below, and gift me a deck, and I will record a reading for you, and it will be sent through, and I will use the deck that you have gifted me. You'll get a shout out on the channel as well, because when I use it, I will definitely thank you for it. So yeah, that's just another way if that's of interest. Sorry for the little side ramble. We have for you Passion Flower. Beautiful crone energy coming through with the owls here. Passion flower is all about, as it says, surrender. It's all about calming your nervous system. It's all about bringing in balance. It's really good when you're entering these liminal spaces. So I highly recommend, if you can get hold of passion flower, please do. You can make it into a tea. It's a beautiful plant, and if not, please just call in passion flower energy. You can just call it in. We can access all of this medicine just through like the power of intent essentially. But this is really calling for you to surrender in, and surrendering into your subconscious. We've got the moon here, surrendering in to the water. The moon is the water, that subconscious space, leaning into any fears and anxieties, because when we lean into those fears and anxieties and ask them, like see why they're there, ask them why they're coming through, we really then lean into like what we get from that is our intuition. So leaning into that water space. And then we also have Neptune here, and that is a planet that it's like out of this world. It's very third eye. It's very much tapped in for these outer messages wanting to come through. So it'll just be really interesting to see what lands for you during this time, because it feels like deep wisdom is going to come through to you. So please do let me know in the comments. I would love to know what lands for you. I always love hearing from you and seeing like where this lands, but also like what is actually happening in your reality. But I will leave it there for you. You can like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. I hugely appreciate it. And if you do want to reach out for a one-to-one reading, or do that Amazon thing that I talked about, details are all in the description box below, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile 2. If you picked this card, this is your reading for messages from the other side. And we have Hecate, one of my probably the ultimate in the deities that I work with. She lands exactly my north node in my birth chart. Anyway, side note that you didn't need. Love Hecate, essentially. There we go. Hail Hecate, Lady of the Night. And she is the keeper of the crossroads, the keeper of the keys. She is that like deep crone energy, and she lights the darkness. So although she is the Lady of the Night, she comes with a torch. She comes to illuminate these spaces, because she is there when we feel are most lost, in the dark, most confused, and she comes in to be like, you're not forgotten. Like, I'm here with you. I'm here to give you guidance. I'm here to light the way. I'm here to help you. She is like the goddess, the queen of the underworld, and she is there to support you and defend you. So her magic is magic. She bears the keys, as she has here, and I would highly recommend. So I have a Goddess Hecate mugwort oil that I have made with locally foraged mugwort, which is called Key. So if you feel like you've drawn this pile and you really want to embrace Hecate energy and like lean into it, then I have an oil that I can sell to you that you can use to anoint you. Please check out my social media or send me a message. Sorry, side note, but Hecate, her beautiful energy coming through, and to help guide you. This feels like a map, a journey, this quest that you are going on, and she's like taking you through, helping you along the way, like really wanting to guide you. So that like it's making me think of the image coming into my mind. Do you know those puzzles you get that are like liquids going into something, and it's like, which pipe will it go down first to get, like, you know, which one will it come out of first, and then you follow them, and then you know one of them that you thought it may be actually ends up like it won't be. Sorry, that's coming into my head in regards to, it just feels as if the path that you were on, it's like it's reaching a dead end. You're reaching that point where that one that you thought was going to get you to that goal actually isn't, and like Hecate is coming in to like redirect you to get you to where you need to be, but you're kind of getting lost in the darkness because you've hit that space where you're like, oh shit, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, this path isn't what I thought it was going to be, and I can't go any further. It's like come back around on itself and hit a wall. And Hecate is wanting to actually guide you forwards and help you. That's kind of the energy I'm really feeling coming through for you. Let's get some more cards for you, pile 2. Okay, so we have, sorry, just getting them in place. We have invoke the power of unity. Together, the magic surrounding you is amplified and your intentions become reality. And then raise your voice with purpose. Chanting infuses your spells with focused intent and power. So there's a lot, I mean, this is obviously a witch deck anyway, but there's a lot of this magical mystery, dark crony energy coming in. And with invoke the power of unity, it definitely feels like this, like pairing up, taking Hecate's hand, like trusting in her to guide you, using this at this time to really illuminate your path, to help get you in alignment. And then together this magic surrounding you is amplified and your intentions become reality. So she can really help guide you. She can really help your intentions become reality. She can really help you manifest. Cauldrons are there, your witches put things in cauldrons to make spells, to manifest, to create. So it's this like, and your magic is amplified, as it said. So it's just like this team, this power of you, like combined with Hecate, because she is almighty and wonderful, really, really, really assist you. So this is coming into partnership with something from beyond, like, beyond the veil, and really coming into alignment. And this is just saying, like, essentially this time of year, the veil's really thin, so you'll be able to do this with greater ease. Call in Hecate to work with. She is a very, very powerful goddess, and she is one of the darker goddesses. So if you call her in, make sure you want her in. Do it with intent, do it with grace, do it with gratitude, and do it with reverence. Like, honor her when you do it, because otherwise she can be a bit trickstery, because if you don't honor her, she's a bit like, well, more for you. So honor her. Raise your voice with purpose. Chanting infuses your spells with focused intent and power. So for one, you can obviously chant to bring in Hecate, but I also feel like this is actually in regards to helping you, this illumination, but this is also to help you bring through any, like, work through any blocks you have at your throat chakra, allowing you the power and the confidence to use your voice, to raise it in whichever way you need to. So whether that is then to assert boundaries or cut ties or just speak your truth and, I don't know, have more of a presence on social media, whatever it may be that works for you. But there's this uprising, and then this, like, it feels very much like leadership essentially, but it's bringing in, like I said, that confidence for you to really trust in yourself and your abilities and your voice and its power. Let's get some tarot for you, pile 2. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles in the upright. Knight of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. So all feminine in their elements, but also mainly Pentacles, which is the earth element, which is all about the physical. It's all about stability and, like, just groundedness and rootedness. We'll start here with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and this is a card that talks about, like, a lack of progress, which makes sense if you're hitting a brick wall because you've gone down the wrong path and you've hit that dead end. And so it's a realignment of said focus, because it feels as if what you're wanting to get yourself towards is this then underneath, this 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is a beautiful card. It is a completion stage. It's that end goal. And this is about wealth. It is about family. It is about being established. So as you can see, there's like whole generations of family here, dogs and all. Beautiful, abundant picnic blanket in this beautiful garden. So it's just really calling in, like I said, all this worldly wealth in all ways, all of this abundance. There is the physical wealth of the family, as in, like, having these people, that community. There is the wealth of the actual coins and what they hold, like the power which they hold, whether that is literally money to you or whatever abundance means. And there is also the grounded rootedness of this image. So this block you've come up against doesn't mean you're not going to have what you want here. It just means that we need to, Hecate is coming in to get you down the right path, to like really get you to step into your power in a way that will align you with what you want. Although it may be slow moving, Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he is slow moving because he is efficient and methodical, or she in this case. You like this knight being slow moving because it means that you will get the most sturdy version of this possible. It will be so grounded, it will be so stable, it will be so abundant because there's been such effort and like attention to detail and care and like the slow methodical ways of planting the seeds and sowing them and going on this journey. We then have the Eight of Cups here, and this is a card that talks about walking away and going up on a different journey. So there is something tied into this, and this will be where you've hit a dead end, where you're needing to walk away from something. You're needing to leave these 8 cups behind, and there may be that resistance in doing so. And this is something more of the heart space. This is your emotions, but this is all linked into what you actually really want in a worldly way. And what this will guide you towards is when you redirect, get a Hecatator's issue to redirect and go on this slow moving path to really build the life that you want. Part of this, like I said, this journey, off they go, is leaving something that did not serve you emotionally, did not serve your heart space behind. That is part of this. Let's get another card for you. We have Blessed, but we have it in the reverse. So you're blocking your own blessings. And there is a block, like I said, this dead end that we have here, hit. So, and it may feel like because you've hit this dead end, it's like this, like this. Because of that, it's like this dead out, like, I'm never going to have this, like, I'm not blessed, I'm not abundant, I cannot have this beautiful 10 of Pentacles. But this is what this journey, and this is why there's such a like emphasis here on the walking away from something that didn't serve you emotionally here, to step into a place of blessing. But you really have to like amplify your intentions, amplify your magic, really use your voice properly. So whatever you're speaking to yourself right now, you're causing these blocks, or emphasizing these blocks. At least you're really not serving yourself, and this is why you've ended up hitting a brick wall, because you're actually, there'll be some negative self-talk in there that, oh, this may be what you were heading towards and wanting, but it's like, but you don't really believe, or you're like, you downplay or you talk of it in a way that just doesn't align, and then that becomes more the reality. Remember, your words are spells, hold a lot of power. Let's get some more cards for you. So we have I'm sorry, defenselessness, writing past wrongs and uprooting. And we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So the I'm sorry card coming through, there's definitely some old rooted deep traumas that need to be dealt with, and this will be part of this leaving this stuff behind, part of this leaving the cups behind and walking away. In regards to doing so, there needs to be levels of compassion and forgiveness involved. We don't just like walk away and that's it, like nothing occurred, you know, like there's levels of to really leave something behind, you make peace with it, and that's where that forgiveness element comes through. Writing past wrongs and uprooting, there's this like this uprooting element is just like shifting away from, and this could be deeply rooted, the stuff you say to yourself, deeply rooted patterns, deeply rooted beliefs, which is blocking you from the abundance that you actually want, this 10 of Pentacles. So shifting the way you're viewing things, and part of this dead end that you've reached, remember there's a lesson in that. You've reached this for a reason, because you needed to learn a lesson. Let Hecate really assist you in the underworld to find the new path. But when she's assisting you, she's finding you a new path whilst you're still in the underworld, you're still in that dark space. She's assisting you to go on this journey to get you out into the light, to help you seek the light, to help you to guide you, to give you this key to open the doorway. But it still involves some looking at uncomfortable things. So leaning into that. And then we have We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So there is this doorway open to you, birth as a portal, this being reborn. We are in Scorpio season, so really apt. And then that mother's milk, that's that compassion, unconditional love, that nurturing that you need to offer self. This obviously could link into any sort of mother issues that are deeply rooted, but it may just be the elements of that lovely motherly energy that you need to offer yourself at this time. I have a beautiful herbal blend called Mary, so Mother Mary, that if you want to lean in and like have something to work with to bring in this sort of energy, please reach out. But yeah, there's this portal, this doorway open for you, but there's this bit to shift into that more blessed way of thinking and being and getting you on that new path towards this. There will be some within this like liminal space, dealing with some of the discomfort that comes through in the shadows. Let's get one more card for you, pile 2. This one. Chamomile, inner peace. And look at her, like she's like fully like immersed herself with the earth, like this level here of really slowing down, really allowing this process to unfold. Chamomile is a great plant ally for calming, hence the inner peace, and it also has this like beautiful joy to it. So it's really infusing you with calm, peace, and then positivity and joy, a light illuminating the way, almost like the torch that Hecate will help you with. But this is really immersing yourself in the underworld, really immersing yourself in the death process, returning to the earth, returning to the soil, and this level of comfort. This is like, there is this portal here to be reborn, but it's really in that sense of like, but really having to sit in the dark space, sit in the death, sit in this liminal space at this time, so that the messages can land that need to land, so that you can rise up and truly shift away from what you need to shift away from, so that you can enter this portal, so that you can be reborn. Right, I will leave it there for you, pile 2. Please comment and let me know how this landed for you, or what's happening in your reality and how it relates. I love hearing from you. Like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. And if you would like to reach out for a one-to-one reading, then my details are in the description box below, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile 3. If you pick this card, this is your messages from the other side. We have Ereshkigal, apologies if I'm saying that wrong, Queen of the Great Below. So we have this like queen energy, obviously, but I'm just being really drawn. She's got like she's stepping on this skull, so she very much feels like the queen of the dead, I want to say, and that would make sense, the queen of the great below, the underworld, and that like ruler, that like leader of the discomfort, the darker spaces, those the endings, the death element, because we've got this like innocence coming through, these two little figures here that almost look like children, although they are tied here. And that's then making me think of like devil energy in tarot, where they are chained, or at least they think they're chained, they're not actually chained. And then that energy talks about attachments and addictions and like the shadow self. So there does just definitely feel like heavy shadow energy coming through, heavy like that death energy coming through. And the death energy is beautiful. We love death, Scorpio season, of course. Death and rebirth element. So this element of her being like the queen of the great below, the queen of the dead, but it's like she's coming in and she's got this key here to like, she's raising her hand to like get your attention, and there's a stop. That's the stop. She has this key, and like this key to your unbinding, to your freedom. So yeah, the devil energy and death card in tarot very much coming through. So really leaning into endings that need to occur, and with that it just feels like there's maybe more for you in regards to really needing to sit with your shadow aspects, really needing to sit with your attachments and your addictions, and where they're keeping you held back, where they are truly restricting you. Let's get some more cards. That one and this one. So cultivate your spiritual garden, find peace and nourishment for your body, mind and soul. And then trust your intuition. The cards reveal deeper truths and guide your path with ancient wisdom. Well, how beautiful. You're going to pick a card, really. So cultivate your spiritual garden. This find peace and nourishment for your body, mind and soul is definitely this element of getting yourself free from the devil energy, free from the shadows, free from the attachments and the addictions that are holding us back. Because when we're in that sort of energy, the devil upright, we are bound, we are tied, we are in toxic patterns, we are in living with toxic people, we are in toxic traits, whatever it may be. So we are far from peace and nourishment in our body, mind and soul. So this is what is being called at this time for you to really first off witness where these toxic traits are, these addictions, these attachments, so that we are working our way towards this body, mind and soul peace. And to do so, and especially at this time, that cultivate your spiritual garden, this is that element of leaning into the work that is required, so that you can truly trust your intuition. Because once we have that peace and nourishment for that triangle of body, mind and soul, it's a lot easier to trust your intuition. So right now, it may be that you don't trust your intuition, and this is where the cards can really help you and guide you. Obviously you're listening to something like this, which is wonderful. I also recommend reaching out for a one-to-one reading, so we can really delve into something personal for you to see what messages really want to land. You can do that in two ways. My details in the description box below, but you'll also find down there an Amazon wish list that I have, and you can gift me a deck of cards, and in doing so you get a reading. So just message me if you gift me a deck of cards so we can arrange that. But the cards coming through strongly and really help you. If you have your own decks, please utilize them at this time and trust the messages that come through, because they will be potent. So what tarot wants to come through? We have Page of Wands on top of Four of Cups, Six of Wands in reverse, and the Hierophant. Okay, so Page of Wands is beautiful energy. It's like new beginnings. It's like ace energy. And this is a card about, it's got full on that fire, passion, free spirit energy. It's the Page of Wands is enthusiastic. They want to explore. They want to discover. They got this spark, this fire, this oomph coming through. And it's on top here of the Four of Cups in the reverse, which is a card that talks about missed opportunities. So it's on top of it, it's trumping it. So it's saying don't worry, you're not missing opportunities by leaving whatever this is behind. You're actually going to find this new spark, this new enthusiasm, this new drive in finding this peace. You will not miss out on anything. You are not going to leave anything behind by clearing the way and cleansing and purifying that devil energy. We have here the Six of Wands, and this is a card that it's a back step in regards to taking this time to go within, cultivating self, detaching from what doesn't serve us, not being in the forefront and really leaning into the to ourselves, to our inner world, our inner peace. And then we have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant being the only major arcana that came out, so a bit more of a oomph from it there. And this is a card that talks about spiritual wisdom and traditions. So, and we've got this crone lady here, these little children that have broken free and there they are wanting to gain wisdom from this beautiful crone, so that they can enter through this new doorway, like off on this new path. And then we have this like cultivate your spiritual garden, and then it's a secret garden on this little book here. So definitely nurturing yourself, your inner space, your inner world, self-care practices, and really leaning in to that. And in that regard of like cleansing the shadows, these children here have broken free, and they're off on an adventure. So this is really leaning into a new path for you, and this could be traditional ways, spiritual values. It could also be like, it's just with the Hierophant, it could also be different forms of education in some way. And then we also have community, but reversed. And interesting with that Six of Wands, where it's that inward retreat, this is a solo journey. Not to say that you have to detach yourself from your community or your friends or your family completely, but you have to go inwards and do the work so that you can like break free. And it could equally be as well with this toxic attachments that could be here, that you do need to break away from certain communities or certain people that are keeping you chained, keeping you bound, keeping you down, essentially, holding you back. We have Hiriath, one of my favourite Welsh words. I have it tattooed on me. Longing for home, homesickness for the stars, and then Star Keeper. So there's this longing. This is a deep longing within, and this is actually what's part of what's keeping you stuck in these shadows. You are so desperate for a home, to feel like you have found home, to feel like you have found the place that you belong, that you're staying in something that actually is not where you belong, and something that is highly uncomfortable and not good for your soul and not good for you. And it's because of this deep longing. And what Spirit's actually saying, what this deity is coming through to say to you, is if you actually nourish yourself and cut these ties, and really you'll be empowered with a free spirit to enthusiastically go off and explore and discover, and this, it will actually guide you to exactly what it is that you want. You're keeping yourself further from it by staying in the toxic situation or the toxic patterns that you're in. You need to let them die. Perfect season for it. We're in Scorpio season. And then we have Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded, and this doorway here at the heart. But you have to open that doorway, and this doorway then mimics here where the Hierophant is. And so it's leaning into those spiritual practices, that wisdom, those traditions, and then like this learning that goes from this inward turn, cutting these ties. How you will find this is in doing this, and then you will gain such wisdom from your ancestors, from the beyond, that you will gain this light. And then how you seed it and bring it forth truly into the world is by grounding it down into your being. But there's this opening at the heart that is definitely where I am the most drawn to. So really trusting in it. Oh, we lost that card. We get one more card for you. We have Palo Santo, Guardian. So we've got the ancestors, we've got Guardian coming through, and this like Palo Santo is a beautiful, it's wood, and you burn it and it smells divine, and it's really good for cleansing spaces, and then bringing in the wisdom of it, this guardian energy to protect you, to really like be with you, to assist you on this journey. And then we have here the South Node. South Node is our karmic bucket of shit that we need to empty and release. And we have it next to Pluto here. This is the little symbols here. And Pluto is the planet of death. It's Scorpio ruled. It's death and rebirth. So this is really asking you to lean into your shadows, to lean into those attachments and those addictions. Know that, trust that you are guarded, you are protected, and that you need to go on this journey to break free, and it will truly serve you. You will find the home and that sense of belonging that you desire in doing so, even though it feels like it feels as if like you'll feel like you'll be taking yourself further away from it in doing it, but you truly won't be. We've also got 5-5 here, the number 5-5, and fives are the number about change and conflict and challenge. But we have to, with those fives, with that number 5, we have to release, we have to adapt, we have to shift, we have to move. You will not be missing out on anything. You'll get yourself closer to where you've always wanted to be. Trust in that. And then if we add 5 and 5 together, we have 10. Tens are the number of the ending of a cycle. It's karmic, it's endings, it's that death process. So something can be reborn, so that 10 can end, so we can go back to the ace, which is new beginnings, new energies, new seeds. And what did I say about the page being like an ace? So there's so much on offer to you, but you just really have to lean into your shadows and really cut attachments and cut the toxicity that lies there. Please let me know how this landed for you. If you are struggling with this, if you are like just lost in your shadows and you have no idea how to break these little children free, please reach out. I offer one-to-one readings that go way more in depth and can offer you much deeper guidance and clarity. I also offer intuitive energy healing and mentorship. Both can assist with this. So please do let me know. My details in the description box below. And then please like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. It really helps and I appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, powerful. If you picked this card, this is your messages from beyond the veil. And we have for you hell, she who all must meet. Deep crone energy. It says crone anyway, but deep crone energy. Clearing the way for you, that broom, clearing the way, clearing from the death element. She stood on all these skulls, so really bringing in the queen, the queen of death, queen of that darker space. And she is a Norse goddess, and it's really making me think of, because of that, Vikings, the TV show Vikings, which is amazing. But it's in this, like, the energy coming through is very much of that like fearlessness of the Vikings in regards to their pursuit of what they want, their pursuit of what they desire. And just it's their trust in the beyond, in fact, their trust in their gods to help them, to support them, to guide them. They honor them, they do rituals, they do ceremonies, and they also trust that if it's their time to go, it's their time to die. They trust in that, and they trust that if they live in a way that will please the gods, which is what they try to do, that they will go to Valhalla, they will enter that beyond space that they want to enter. And so that's just the energy really, really coming through in regards to like living without fear. That's the biggest thing that like messaging that's wanting to come through, because the health's coming in regards to like cleansing the way into a rebirthing of you. Scorpio season makes sense, but in a way where you're going to be so much more confident, so much more fearless, and so much more in alignment. And then also because of those other elements, I truly would recommend ceremony and ritual. So we also have a few, sorry, let me get them on screen. Strengthen your bonds, unity in a circle amplifies collective energy and support, and then find serenity, the waterfall's flow cleanses your spirit and renews your energy. So in regards to, like I said, ceremony or ritual, sitting in circle is definitely recommended. So if you can get yourself, hopefully you already booked on something, but if you can get yourself to a ceremony, there are many things you can do online also, but that would really, really work. The collective power of that is being called in for you here. And also to strengthen your bonds into your community, into that circle, to really amp up and raise your energies into this whole new way of being. And then ceremonies that are being held at this time will just generally be very beneficial for you. Especially there it says like this, she who all must meet. There's that level of like meeting, community coming together element coming through. And then with this, find serenity, the waterfall's flow cleanses your spirit and renews your energy. That like purging, cleansing through, because of this deep, powerful rebirth into a much more confident, fearless version of you. One that is very in alignment, one that is very organic and really the truth of you, no masks, no agendas. It very much feels like this rebirth of you is very much out with the old and in with the new, but as in like that old new, that truth of you, the like absolute truth at your core, your soul's truth coming in. And then it's making me think of the craft and just being fearless in regards to who you are, the power of you, the wisdom of you, the magic of you. Definitely if you are already a witch or a practitioner of some description, it's very much the leaning into your power and really trusting in it and not caring what people have to say about it. Right, we're going to leave them. Get some more cards for you, pile 4. That one. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups, which is a beautiful energy. It's like the hopeless romantic of the deck. It is that believer in love. It's that believer in the heart space being open and truly believing, wearing your heart on your sleeve. And to me, that's just such an organic state of being. And this person shedding their armor here, he's half out, or it is half out of their armor here, taking off the masks, taking off the armor, and letting your heart speak its truth, trusting in that and moving from that space. This really is about a rebirthing of you that is so from your heart space, especially with the Empress underneath on her throne, in her power, the divine feminine, like in all her abundant beauty. She is nurturing, compassionate, caring, abundant. She is the epitome of the divine feminine. And like the cups is water, which is the divine feminine. So this truly is this uprising of you into your throne, into your power, in a way that is just so grounded and rooted and just organically you, taking you towards this 10 of Pentacles, which is a beautiful completion stage where you have it all. Essentially, you have the wealth, you have the community, everything is established and it is there, it is abundant, everything has come full circle and everything is truly landing for you. So it just feels like this is what I mean, is this stepping into this fearless, confident version of you, where everything is in alignment. Feels like it's very much stepping into your power, but in doing so, the biggest part is this: any unmasking and shedding that needs to occur, cleanse the way for this. Because we have that 6 of Wands there in the reverse, which talks about like, it's instead of an outward turn in the upright, it's about wanting that like public recognition and being seen. It's an inward turn. So part of this truly is this inward turn to gain what it is, to really help shift this, to really help move from your heart and take the armor off, so that you can embrace the Empress within, so that you can truly stand in your power, be fearless, be courageous. This is a beautiful rebirth energy for you. Then we have surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. And then deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. This doorway here for you. So this is really, really truly, and this surrender to the sweetness, this cups, this Knight of Cups, this leaning into that hopeless romantic believer in love, heart on your sleeve, that Venus energy, love, pleasure, joy, the Empress, all like tied in together. Make love to life. Step into your fearless, courageous, confident power. Allow yourself, this is this uprising, allowing yourself to be seen, but there's this inward turn into ensuring whatever armor comes down, but also part of this threshold that you're crossing over into, because it doesn't feel like you're in the shadows. It feels like that kind of stage is a bit done. It just very much feels like this rebirth, this stepping up into this beautiful new world where you can be your beautiful, truthful, organic self. That this opening, like her wings are opening. She's coming out of her. She was a caterpillar. She let herself die, the death process, and she is being reborn, and she's spreading her wings. This is the gateway. This is the portal for you. There's been deep, deep physical and emotional healing. There's been such a change at a deep cellular level. You're really, really upgrading, up-powering, up-leveling. like I said, fearless, courageous, like being able to truly go after what you want with such faith and conviction and such trust that you are held and supported by the universe, which is how the Empress feels. We have here new life, but in the reverse. And if you see, because it means that there is a bit of block there, but look at her, the same sort of energy, this opening, this uprising. So there's this with the reverse element, is that you're not quite there yet, but this is what this liminal space of Samhain is going to assist you with. The messages coming through, the energy of it, really lean into it and trust it. De-armor. Anywhere where you feel there is a mask or armor, it is time to let it down. And then we have 𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐿𝐴. I'm probably saying that wrong. If you can, I don't know if you can leave like voice notes on YouTube comments, but if you can, tell me how to say these words. Transfiguration. This makes me think always of the Tower card in tarot, which is all about upheaval and chaos and revelations, because there is an awakening. It's about your uprising. It's about your power, things needing to crumble and fall away that don't serve you, the armor that does not serve you, so that you can truly be reborn. And this coming in could be quite spectacular in energy, in anything that you really need to shift out, because there's such a uprising of you in regards to your confidence and your power that I'm not surprised there's so much fire energy coming through here. That transfiguration, phoenix from the ashes type of energy. Right, I will leave it there for you, pile 3. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of those things. I truly appreciate it. And if you'd like a one-to-one reading with me that goes way more in depth into your story, it's not collective, then my details are in the description box below, and I will see you in my next reading.